what is the thing that you hate the most from Japan?
People being closed-minded. The reason why I say that is
Do you think in the future you will live in Japan all the time? Or do you think you will travel abroad and live in another country?
I can imagine myself living somewhere else, like for good,
For a
forever.
period of forever. Why is it so hard for foreigners to have Japanese friends? El vídeo de esta semana es con uno de mis creadores de contenido favoritos y seguramente muchos de vosotros ya lo conozcáis. Como habéis podido ver en la miniatura, se trata de TAKASHii from Japan, uno de mis youtubers favoritos en la actualidad. Y la verdad es que ha salido un vídeo muy chulo. Aparte de que es japonés, es una persona que ha tenido mucho contacto con extranjeros, con japoneses, con muchísima gente, conoce diversas opiniones sobre muchos temas que envuelven a Japón y es muy interesante saber la opinión de él. Si eres nuevo al canal, bienvenido, mi nombre es Kai y si te gustan este tipo de vídeos, suscríbete y ahora sí, dentro vídeo.
I'm Takashi from Japan. My hometown is Nagoya, which is between Osaka and Tokyo, and I'm 23 years old now.
Oh, same.
Oh, really?
Same. The first question is, what is the thing that you hate the most from Japan?
People being closed-minded. The reason why I say that is every time I go abroad, I realize how closed-minded Japanese people are. I mean, it's not a necessarily bad thing. I mean, it's all connected. You know, Japanese people being polite, being shy, makes Japan safe. That makes Japan safe, clean at the same time. But in a bad way, it's not good for people who want to come to Japan as a foreigner, because it's much hard to make Japanese friends. Regardless, compared to when they go to let's say like Thailand, let's say Philippines, it's harder to make Japanese. It's not just language barrier. One biggest reason is language barrier, but it's not just that. Even if they speak English, I think it's still difficult.
Yeah, because Japan was a closed country for like it opened to the world recently, like maybe what
100
like 100 years ago maybe. Yeah, so recent. It's maybe that's why. What is the thing that you love the most from Japan? The most?
Safety, cleanness, food. I mean the high quality of life. Again, like every time I go abroad, it's always culture shocking. Like for me as a Japanese person, I've never seen any country cleaner, the more safer than Japan. And yeah, I miss that every time I go abroad. Like that's why I'm still in Japan, because I'm really glad the fact that I'm from Japan and I still like Japan, because I met so many people who from the country they're not necessarily like anymore. Like it's, I don't know if I can mention any country, but like let's say I have friends from Russia. That guy, he doesn't like Russia anymore not just because of war, but like many things happen in Russia, and it's kind of sad. You don't like the country you're from.
Yeah,
it's sad, but I really appreciate Japan. I love Japan, and yeah, I'm proud of being Japanese. I'm really glad I'm from Japan, and there are so many people who need to go somewhere else. There's so many people who need to go outside of the country because of the
insecurity,
financial situation and everything. But like Japanese people don't need to leave Japan because of that. So I'm really glad that.
That's a really good point, man, because me and my brother, we were born in Caracas in Venezuela. So my dad is from Venezuela, and we had to move from Caracas because we were there's a lot of insecurity, and I was in the middle of a shooting. In the middle.
Whoa.
So it's nice you say that. There's a lot of people that hate their own country, and I think Japanese people, for the majority, they love Japan.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, but maybe, I don't know, in 50 years, 30 years, Japanese people go to China, maybe. Japanese people go to, Korea, because of the financial situation in Japan. Or like last month I went to Australia. Thai people, Filipino people, like Indonesians, they don't come to Japan anymore. They go to Australia now. But like 30 years ago, 20 years ago, they all come to Japan. You know, because you can make money if you come to Japan, but not anymore. That's a fact, you know.
Yeah. Australia is giving a lot of facilities too.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is the dish that you love the most from Japan?
Sushi.
Sushi.
Yeah, I know it's typical, but it's super healthy. You know, you get fat from fish, which is good fish. You know, like it's not like McDonald's fish. McDonald's fat, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, especially if you go to gym, you need a lot. You gotta, if you do working out, you got a lot of carb, fat, protein, and sushi is the best food for people who worked out.
Nice.
Who goes to the gym.
What is your favorite nigiri? Tuna?
Salmon.
Salmon?
Salmon.
You're a salmon guy.
Salmon.
Oh my god, I'm tuna, man. Fuck salmon. When was the first time you left Japan? You went to travel abroad?
18.
With 18?
Yeah.
Where did you go?
Taiwan with my friends.
Taiwan.
Yeah.
And did it, what was the experience like?
The smell of the street, like Taiwan, not every street, but of course some of the street it smells actually.
Smells bad?
Yeah. And that's what I didn't expect. Street should be like smell nothing, you know what I mean? In Japan, because there's no street that smells bad, right? In Japan, right?
Yeah.
But I feel that, so that's kind of culture shock. But for me, as long as I'm in East Asia, like Korea, I've been to Korea, Taiwan as well, but like there's not much big culture shock. It's just same people. But when I went to Thailand, Vietnam, compared to Japan, it's a developing country, and I feel culture shock a lot. Like kids and their mom, begging money on the street. That's something you never see in Japan. Maybe like old guys, like homeless old guys in Japan, like you see, but like no kids.
Yeah.
No, that's
a culture shock. Yeah. Okay, and next question is, what is your favorite drink, Japanese drink? I will ask you first non-alcoholic and then alcoholic. Something that you would recommend foreigners that if they don't have a Japanese friend, they wouldn't know about that drink.
Alright. Non-alcohol Japanese drink, I cannot think of any.
Just alcohol, right?
Yeah, just alcohol. Yeah. Japanese sake.
Sake? Nihonshu?
Sake? Nihonshu.
なんか好きなブランド do you have like a good brand that you like?
I don't really
Or
know.
type?
I don't really know much brands, but like the reason I like sake, Japanese sake, is it's not carbonated.
Okay,
It's not carbonated, so if you have not that strong stomach like me, like because every time I get beer, like every time I get, highball, every time I get like, it's super carbonated, right? And it's so cold.
Yeah.
It needs to be cold, right? So I get stomachache every time because my stomach is not that good,
I see.
Yeah, but sake, if it's hot one especially, like and then you don't drink like straight away all of it, right?
Yeah.
You sip just little bit, right?
Yeah.
That's why I like it, and the taste is also good. Like I think it's not that bad for health compared to beer or compared to highball. Yeah.
And which one do you usually drink? Like, is it
Beer.
Beer, you drink beer?
Yeah. But I mean, sake is like, I think if it's cheap sake, I think you get fucked up so easily.
Yeah.
But like expensive one, you cannot buy every single day, right? And I don't drink every single day, by the way. But but I like beer.
What beer? What brand do you like?
Asahi.
Yeah, super dry.
Super dry.
Nice. And non-alcoholic? Can you think of any? Like Calpis, maybe, that kind of drink?
Matcha latte.
Matcha latte.
Matcha latte.
Nice.
Matcha latte is actually good, especially if you have in Kyoto, you feel something different.
Oh, really? The matcha?
Yeah, I mean like the atmosphere, the scenery in Kyoto, it matches matcha.
Nice,
right?
nice. Okay. This is the one that we were talking about. Why is it so hard for foreigners to have Japanese friends? Why do you think?
Why definitely language barrier? Let's give an example. I have Japanese friends. I have foreign friends as well, right? Like foreign friends, which are usually like Western friends for me.
Okay.
And the conversation itself, when I talk with Japanese friends, when I talk foreign friends, the conversation is so different. Like when I talk with Japanese friends, we always just joking around, small talk. Like not, I cannot imagine talking about politics or
with Japanese friends.
Yeah, government, and
Maybe your personal opinion and stuff.
Yeah. We don't usually talk. I think that's one of the reasons why Japanese people don't go to vote. You know, they don't go vote, right?
Okay.
Right? They don't go compared to like Western people, right? And there's no protest against like politicians. No, but like, you know, if you have seen any protest against politicians in Japan, most of the time they're old people. You know, and I've never had conversation with politicians. Conversation about, you know, like politicians, government, and, you know, like serious topic with my friend, you know. But with foreign friends, we always talk about you know, like kind of serious topic, you know, like why is world like this, or, you know, like what do you think about this, and blah blah blah, you know.
Would you say that is with the conversation with Japanese people is more like superficial, maybe, and with foreign people is more profound, more deep?
I would say so. Not necessarily superficial, but like we only talk about the things we can reach out to. なんか like in なんか自分の人生の中だけのことしか話さない。
本人の？
自分そう like we only talk about things in our daily lives about like, you know, going on date with girls, those kind of things. Like not like, you know, so like let's say government and politician stuff, like, you know, serious topic. It's beyond that, right?
Yeah.
Right? It's not in our like world. It's not in our daily lives, right?
Yeah.
So we don't usually talk about like things.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the difference. So like, I guess many Western people, like, I don't know, foreign people, like they want to talk about serious topics sometimes. You know, like, you know, what should we do for the world or something like that. Okay. But we never talk about it in Japan. I mean, this is my just personal opinion. Maybe just, you know, with my friends though. Yeah.
Nice. And another question I was thinking about is, do you speak like really personal stuff with your Japanese friends? Like, for example, yesterday I had the worst day of my life. I cried all afternoon. And you talk with your friends about things like that? Or you don't?
Yeah. We do. So that's why I say it's not necessarily artificial, but it's still in our daily lives, right?
Okay.
Yeah, that's why we talk about it. Like you know, my friends always complain about, you know, their bosses in a company and stuff like that, and then sometimes they complain, and then, you know, sometimes I talk about my YouTube stuff. Sometimes, not only, of course, but yeah, not always. Sometimes, you know, like, oh, I met this interviewee and it was so great, you know, like I'm gonna meet this guy and stuff like that. But yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay, nice. But do you talk about like sad stuff, like sad? You know, if you're sad, you go and talk.
Yeah, sometimes, but yeah, sometimes.
Okay, nice. Okay, so this is the last question. Do you think in the future you will live in Japan all the time, or do you think you will travel abroad and live in another country?
I try to live somewhere else for a while in my 20s.
Okay.
Not soon, but in my 20s.
Where did you go?
America, I think. Los Angeles or New York. Because as a creator, the best place, you know, to live in, right? There's so many opportunities, and but I don't know. I haven't lived abroad yet, so when I go there, and if I could live more, like more than a year, then I will stay there. But like, maybe I wish, you know, maybe I will, you know, kind of come back, because my friend, you know, who went to Australia, he mentioned he wanted to leave up Australia, but now he wants to come to Japan. You know, yeah. So I don't know how I feel when I actually living there. So I don't know yet, but I can imagine myself living somewhere else, like for good, forever.
For a period of forever.
Yeah. I can imagine, but I don't know if I can do that. But like, yeah.
And not come back to Japan.
No. Like condition, like as long as I can come back to Japan, like quite often, like you know, like more than once a year, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you would consider retiring in another country, maybe?
Yeah. But maybe based in Japan, but travel abroad all the time. But that's what I always do. But yeah, based in Japan, yeah.
Nice. I like that. Love that. Okay, thank you, Takashi.
Thank you so much.
ありがとうございます。なんかスペイン語で言える？
いいよ。Check Takashi from Japón.
De Japón.
Japón. That's one only word I know.
Muchas gracias por ver el vídeo, espero que te haya gustado, que te haya servido de algo, que hayas sacado valor del vídeo. Y espera, si no sabes qué ver en el próximo vídeo, mírate este de aquí, que es el que en teoría YouTube te recomienda por tus preferencias. Y como siempre, boku no namae wa Kai desu. Mata tsugi no video de aimashou. Sayonara.